Welcome to Worship Tech Tour, where we showcase audio-visual technology in churches and various ministries. Today, we're visiting the International Christian Center Nairobi, a vibrant church with a mission to connect people to God and each other. Join us as we explore their cutting-edge tech and learn how they're using it to change the world. Let's go!
Hi guys, my name is Steven Kitonga. I'm part of the sound engineer guys here in ICC Nairobi. We are passionate about connecting people to God and to each other, challenging believers to Christ likeness, and changing the world. So with this vision or mission that we have here in ICC, we have a very key responsibility in terms of making this mission come to life. We are currently doing a show called Prince of Terror, where we are having cast and we have band. This show we're running with our system in life, and then we also have our RCF speakers for our front of house. So what we did here in church for our Easter musical, we separated the band and the vocalists. So we put them on two separate rooms. We have an empty mic on the band side and another empty mic on the vocalist side, so that they can be able to communicate and be able to also know the keys that they're supposed to have. For our half-life or Ableton setup, we run it through Dante. It's a protocol where you are able to have 64 inputs and 64 outputs. So we are inputting systems from tracks from Ableton using Dante. And for this play, currently we are just running 2 channels where we're having a metronome and the percussion setup. And then it now comes to the system through Dante using a Cat5 cable. We're having 2 keyboard setups. So we have the first key and the keys. Them currently we're running Yamaha Motif SF8, and then we have a drummer, we have a bassist, we have a lead guitarist, and then we also have an acoustic guitarist who's also singing. So less them where the vocalist will be sitting. For their monitoring, for the vocalists we have an in-ear system. And then for the band members, each of them has an MP1 where they can be able to personally mix for themselves what they want to hear. Okay, so this mixer here is the D-Live, it's at 500. It can be able to run up to 128 channels. But for this musical and for our regular services, is the mixer that we normally run. So how we've put our system. Okay, roughly about 40 channels, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong, but I think that those are the channels that we might be running with right now, or less. So we have the first bank where we have this is the drama page. Then here we have the bass, we have the MD mic, one of the MD mics, then we have the guitars, another MD mic, then we have the keyboards, and then here we have the vocalists, then after that we have the cast mics. So all our casts, we tried this production to make sure all the cast members had their mics, so that we don't have to probably share mics between people, and then it becomes easier for us now to, when you set an EQ for a certain cast, it stays throughout the whole show. And then you have also consistency, because we're having 7 shows, so the turnaround time is actually little. So having this kind of setup is easier for us. Then after that, now we have our playback channel. So our playback channel has because our setting for the musical is a wild kind of setup. So we had to get some effects for something like cricket or something, or birds. Here we have more channels for the cast, and then After that, this is now our half-live setup, the one that I was talking about through Dante. So how we normally set it up here is it's an insert where we have on the Allen and Heath mixers, we have something called socket supports. So you can go and select the ports that you want. So like this one here, we have mix rack port because our card is on the mix rack. We just have to select it now from the mix rack port. Then we select the number. Yeah. So now that becomes easier now for us to set up and know these are the channels that we have for Dante.
Yeah.
And then these are the channels that we have for the local input.
Yeah.
So how we did it from our side, we made sure we were using the 48 channels from the rack, and then now from 50 now going onwards, because we are using 8 channels for half-life.
Yeah.
So the 8 channels are now dedicated now to Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now from channel 50 to 58, that's now where we have our Dante setup. Yeah, and then after that, now when we come here now to the output side, we for easy control and access for everything that you have, we had a DCA setup for our all band and our vocalists and the casts. So we have a channel here for the cast. We have another one for the effects. This is just the DCA setup. So the DCA is basically controlling the volume for whatever is being heard on the TV. So how loud we want everything to sound, we can now be able to ride with the moment. One for the effects also. So whenever someone is singing, we always activate the effects channel for it. And then now after that we have our output section. This is now where our auxes are, or our auxes of the mix. We have one for the subs. We run our subs through an auxiliary channel.
Yeah.
And then we have a channel where we have a speaker set outside for one of the guys. The guys who are helping with props, and for the guys who are outside to actually hear what is happening inside.
Yeah.
So we set a channel specifically for them with a mix that can be able to send to them. And then here we have our wedges, which is still an RCF flow monitor. And then we have our IEMs for the vocalists. After that, with our left-right channel, we set it up as a matrix.
Yeah.
And then we have another matrix channel for the live stream. We have a matrix channel for the overflow. We have a matrix channel for the director's speaker over there. And then we have a matrix channel for the camera. So we set it up in a way where the left-right has a constant flow of sound to all these places. And then here is the matrix section. So we have the producer, we have a camera, and we have the stream. So these three are always up here.
Yeah.
And then we have the USB for recording a stereo output with the USB stick. And then we have the fields in case we are going to add speakers, or the fields for the people who are sitting in front there. They can be able to actually hear what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the overflow, the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then now we have our house with the FOH speaker control from the board. Yeah. And then we're also running groups to our setup. So how we also set up the groups. I know many people struggle between a DCA and a group, but the best explanation I think I can give is the DCA is basically control level, and then but also the groups can also control level, but you can't process a DCA, but you can process a group.
Yeah.
So it becomes easier now in case you want to make further changes to how the general mix for a certain number of channels is, then you can be able to process it through the groups. Yeah. Then now the groups can actually be sent to the left, right, or they can actually be sent directly to one of our matrices.
Yeah.
So like our overflow channel has groups sent directly to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're able now to process them, and then it becomes easy. Then the final bank on the output section has our effects. So we are running 2 reverbs, a chorus, and then a delay. So one reverb goes to the drums and to the band. Then we have a gated reverb for the vocalists and for the cast members. And then we have a symphonic chorus just to fatten and widen our mix.
Yeah.
And to actually make it just sound appealing to people. And then we have a delay, a stereotype delay, where we can now be able to just delay with the tempo or the tempo of the flow of the song. Yes. And then now this is the sends, these are the returns. So now it becomes easier now for us to balance now between these guys when you're doing the show. Yeah. We decided to go for an array system. That's what actually the person who deals with the RCF in Kenya, his name is Adam. When he came and actually helped us rig the system and find an ideal brand or type of speakers to use, this is what he had suggested that we go for. Because we have a balcony setup, we have 4 speakers at the front, and then we have 3 speakers with a flown sub on the balcony that can be able to provide sound to the guys at the balcony, and then we also have fields or under balcony speakers that we have set up inside the hall. Yeah, so now it becomes easier now for us to do that. And then we have 2 subs down, just close to the stage, where we have 2 subs there. We have 2 subs that are flown in the balcony. These are the line arrays that is just above the stage, and then these are the under balcony speakers. We have 1 here, and we have 2 that are there at the balcony. So the flow wedges that we have, they actually put inside the box whenever we're doing the setup for the stage. So the guys, when they come out of stage, then they want to hear what's happening inside. This is the speaker we use. So now this is where our stage box is. What we did for our setup was we had 2 sub-snakes that we have. So we have, on our normal Sunday, we have 1 sub-snake on this side and another on this side. But now, because we are doing this musical, we took 1 sub-snake and then placed it over where the band members are, and then the other one remained on stage. So the one on stage is actually taking all the wireless inputs and everything on stage, and then this one on this side is now taking all the inputs for the band members. And then in case you have anything that you want to output directly, you just output it now from the rack itself. So how we color coded our subsnake so that you don't confuse them. The red one now is the one that was supposed to be on the left side, and then the green one was supposed to be on the right. No, this is left. Right. Yeah. So now the red ones right now are the ones that are now going to where the band members are. Okay, so how we split it was that the ones on this side have the drum inputs, and then the bass. We have second keys that is supposed to they're supposed to be sitting on this side. We have it on that side, and then we have the IEM's output coming from that side. And then now this is where our processor is for our FOH and subs. So we have two processors, one for the speakers and the other one for the subs. Yeah. Then the way they set up the system was that all the speakers on the left that were set up, they actually aligned straight and made sure even the ones on the balcony sides, the ones that are on the left, they are put on the left channel, the ones on the right, they are put on the right channel. And then now people the places like the creche and one of the wings here are the ones that were just put on the lower channels. Yeah, but the rest is stereo. So this is the SBS. It's how we normally put how we protect our speakers. So it's coming from direct power, then it runs here. Then now from here, that's where they are now distributed now to the speakers and also the processor that you have. So that you can actually protect from surge protection. So in case kuna spike here, steam or anything, the Nairobi power drum. So that we can be able to also just protect whatever we have. And then our mix rack runs on this UPS, so that in case we have power outage or anything, it doesn't go off whenever we have service. So this is where our Dante card. We normally put our Dante card here on the rack. So this is where we just put it on primary. Then now this Cat 5 cable goes up here to this switch here. This switch here. Yeah. So this is when we normally split our signals. So we have the way we set up our stages. We have different ports where we have PoE for ME, then we also have Dante port. So that's why we have this switch here. Because now we are able to, in case anyone wants to patch anything on stage, they can be able to just get a shortcut 5 cable, patch it on the wall, and then make it work. So this is where now the Dante, we normally get our feed from Dante. But for the long run, this is what we normally do. Then also the PoE. This is where the PoE switch is. So anything that comes from we're able to power our PoE through the Ethernet cable, but they can also receive signals from the rack. Yeah, so we normally have a port here called the There's a port here called Baby. I think it's this one here. This one here. So this is what is now sending signals from the rack now to the Baby, where now the band members can actually mix for themselves if they want. And then the good thing is that with the M1, someone can receive 40 channels. Then they're able to just manage it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. And then also if you want, like now for this setup here, we're using the network port also on the rack to be able now to give the vocalists, if they want to mix for themselves, they can be able to do it. So we're using the network port to be able to do that. So this is where our music team sits. We are philanthropic enough to do that. So we're having a screen where they can be able to see the stage. We have a camera set up that goes to the video mixer, and then the outputs the feed now to them, so they can be able to see the action on stage. Yeah, so we have, this is the main keys. Keyboard 1 is using a Multifx F8, and then he also adds an M audio just to trigger the stems and the loops where they're supposed to come in. We have here the laptop that is running Ableton, and then we have the connection now for Dante. where the cat drive is the black cat drive. So that's where we normally get output from. And then we have the lead guitarist who's supposed to be sitting here. The bassist is here. And then this is the second keys. Yeah. And then we have the drum. And all of them have everyone's. So all of them, they can be able to control any input that they want. So the good thing is that we can always group channels. So things like vocal lists, we can group them together. The different keyboards, we can put them together. And then even the cast members, some of them have been patched here. So they're also able to have the director's microphone. And also they can, so that they can actually also hear cues when they're supposed to land or something. Yeah. And then what else? Yeah. So this is it's running on PoE, power over Ethernet. So just have one Ethernet cable running here. Then it powers everything and still has feed. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the audio is running tracks. They're just using it to trigger stems for the different songs that they're singing. Yeah. All right. So this is where our vocalists stay. So that's why we have this set up here. We try to funika this place a bit so that they can makeshift acoustic treatment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have this is where the acoustic guitarist sits. He has an MA1 because he's part of the band, and then he has his mic, so that he sings or he also plays. And then the rest of the band vocalists sit here. Yeah. So every one of them is given wireless mic. So whatever mic you're using is a BLX. I think this is it's a BLX series. So we have 8 of them, but because of this show, we are just using 7 mics. So we have seven of them here. And then now, what else? We have this MD mic here. This is the second MD mic I talked about. The MD mic the second MD mic. So they normally communicate with the first MD, who is the drummer. So his owner gives them cues, and also they're able to just talk with one another. And then this is the display that you're just giving them for the feed from stage, so that they can also know when someone is coming in. Whenever they're having lighting cues, they can be able to follow along. Yeah, and then now this is now where we have the mixing, where they can be able to mix for themselves. So we just mirrored the stage, our main desk, using the editor, so that they can be able to at least control for themselves whenever they want to make changes. Yeah. So yeah, and then now for our in-ear system, we're using the Leicozic system for our in-ears. We got them from Amazon, and they're working so far for us.
Yeah.
So we just have to be careful with frequencies, and because we are having all of these wireless things going on right now, we have to always check our things, check the frequencies that you're having, so that nothing clashes.
Yeah.
And then it becomes easier for us to run the show smoothly. So because we have all of this, we try and make it work. Multi-track recording, we're actually doing it through Reaper.
Yeah.
We found Reaper to be light and rugged enough to be able to do recordings well, and it doesn't hang, and it doesn't crash whenever you're doing, and it actually doesn't require a lot of processing from the computer or the CPU.
Compared to like Logic or
Audition,
yeah.
They're actually heavy, so we find Reaper to be light. And the good thing also, if you want to also mix, you can actually do it through that. And in case you want to make a very quick edit and be able to send to guys, you can be able to do that. Yeah, so funny thing is that whenever we are doing rehearsals for this musical, we were recording the music section. So we used to record the songs, and then do a rough mix, and then send it to the guys. So I did that through Reaper. So like this one here was a session for our multi-track for one of the shows.
Yeah.
So we it becomes easier for us to manage and see everything. So these are all the tracks that we used for the musical. So I said probably we're running on an estimate of around 40 channels, if I'm not wrong.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, now you can see all the inputs actually coming here through Dante.
Yeah.
The good thing is that you can actually set Dante to be able to accept and give out inputs at the same time. So like our click and guide, it's actually sending here directly, but it doesn't go through anything. So the level on Ableton is standard now to this console, to the recording,
Yeah.
and also to the mixer.
The mixer, yeah.
Yeah. So all the inputs actually coming separately, and then we are able to monitor whatever is clipping and everything. So so like now if I was to, let's say, like go and so if I come here and play back anything, it will actually show me how the levels are in terms of my gains.
Yeah.
So whenever we were recording, this is now what is seen in terms of recording.
Yeah.
So we are able to see all the individual channels and be able to monitor the gain level for whatever is coming to recording. Because whenever you're doing any setup here in terms of recording, we normally set our gains first to suit the house and to also suit recording.
Yeah.
So that in case we're going to take this file and go and do post-production for them, it becomes easier now for us to work on it
Yeah.
and have something nice. Yeah, so
It's really cool.
yeah, so this is now our setup for Dante in terms of recording. So the good thing is that whenever we come here to record, we patch everything through Dante, and then you have to go and buy the Dante virtual sound card, which I think right now is around $40 something. I have to go and check it. So when you come here, now we have the board as the first one, then whatever thing else falls under it. Then the good thing is that you can send signal wherever you want.
Yeah.
So like now this computer is receiving signal from Dante, from the mixer through Dante.
Dante, yeah.
So if I come here on my Alan and Heath, I can be able to just come here to where the sound Mac Mini is, and then we can be able to just go one-to-one to all the inputs. So like number one goes to number one, to our computer. Number two on the Alan and Heath goes to number two on the computer. So we're able now to follow how the input is and be able to do that. Then when you come here, you just come and select. So like this is our number one, you see. So you can be able to just come and select whatever input you want here,
Yeah.
and then patch it for recording. So after everything is set up, we just arm it here, and then it will become ready for recording.
For recording.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and then the good thing is whenever sometimes we do multiple devices, we record on multiple devices just for redundancy,
Yeah.
which actually helps, because at times this machine can be used, or we have not set up the other mixer or the other computer to be able to do recording. So it becomes easier for us to locate the files and to do everything. Then the good thing is that after we've already finished doing a multi-track for it,
Yeah.
for each channel, Alan and Heath has a capability for us doing virtual sound check. So we can play back the same scenes and make changes to whatever thing we want. So let's say probably if we are playing and then we had I didn't like how the vocals were sounding on such a song. So you can just come, locate the song that you have, and then play it back. Then when you're playing it back, you can actually just route everything the same way they were coming here to go back on the mixer, on those channels that they have. So the good thing is that we have a matrix view here, where we are able to patch everything where they're supposed to be. So like this one here, you see, so everything here that is coming from the computer is patched to this mono outputs.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to, let's say, like play back this file, I can be able to still play it back and make changes to
things in the mixer.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. So everything that comes from here is what now goes to the online space. You record it, you stream it.
No. For recording, what we normally do, is that we normally we have a matrix output from the board that goes now to the video switcher that you have, the Roland VH. Okay, so I keep forgetting the model number, but we actually send it now to the Roland.
So it comes from the mixer then to the video mixer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it becomes easier now for us now to make changes now for such an event.
Okay.
But whenever we're doing something like worship night, we don't do such a setup. We have a separate mixer that also gets inputs from Dante, and then goes to the mixer. Then whoever is mixing for online can be able to mix and make changes now for our online.
Because you guys do online, the live service, online, and then also TV.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Can probably go out and is there anything else in this room you wanted to show me in terms of audio?
Oh yeah. So we normally have so for our setup for Dante, we have a switch downstairs. We have another switch up here. So the switch up there now is the one that connects the laptop that's playing Half-Life, and then still sends the same feed up here. So this switch is the one that now has our Dante provision.
Yeah.
So in case I wanted to add any other equipment to do recording, I can actually still patch it here.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Makitawa and I serve here as the lighting and screens design manager, that type of vibe. So I run all our lights, run all our screens, do all those good stuff, Yeah. So for this show, we had a very slightly complicated setup. We use an app called Lightkey for all our lights. So we programmed all our lights into Lightkey. And then set up the different scenes as per what we wanted to, the mood we wanted to give. So different scenes have different lights, every scene has its own lighting. So we arrange them per scene, as you can see on the screen there. All 10 scenes have been arranged as is. And so it's just simple. We just press a button and the lights come on. We have this thing called Stream Deck where we have also linked our screens to our lights, so everything changes all at once and it becomes a good thing. So yeah, basically that's that.
Oh, which types of, do you know which types of lights do you have?
We have packets, we have strips, all LED strips, we have profile lights, camera lights. Yeah, that's what we have.
Awesome.
Thank you.